cause I'm doing me. Still shine with no jewelry. I would rather have the unity. It's gonna be you if it's you and me. No tears in my mama eyes. Got a team full of ride-or-dies. Hail Mary, nigga, rock-a-bye. Rock-a-bye, all eyes on me. Made it out the hood, I'm so grateful. Never know what talent gon' take it. Jealous niggas never made a breakthrough. That's why they watch it so hateful. All eyes on me. They say the top is so lonely.
Like, we was just making records, man. Like, we literally was making records and went through various iterations.
Well, before you go into that, how many members of Little Brother was it, and how did all of you guys? We know how y'all two met.
Yeah.
Who else was a part?
It was three. It was three of us. And it was me, Pooh, and Knife.
Yeah, that was Little Brother.
Yeah. Right.
But predating Little Brother, you had Gimme. No, you had the organization.
The organization, that was like a big crew.
That was a big crew. Mm. Then you had Gimme, which was me, Tay, and Sean Don.
Right.
And then we was just all by ourselves for a minute. Mm. And then Little Brother came after all of that. Like,
who came up with the name Little Brother?
That was, I would say it was me.
It was you.
Yeah. It was we were at the crib one day. We talk about this particular story. We tell it in our documentary. Melo watch this out now. But nah, man, we were just writing down names, and the thought was, well, the way we went about it was we looked at all of our contemporaries, and it was just like, okay, we have to have a name that fits in with all of these people. You know what I mean? So if it's like, if you were having a concert, the thought was, if you're having a concert and it's Black Star, Black Alicious, Common, The Roots, and Who, right? And we wrote down a couple names, and Little Brother was the one that made the most sense in the context of everyone else. And we really felt like we were the little brothers of all of the groups that came before us.
Predecessors.
You know, our predecessors, 100%. And so, you know, man, for us, it really was just a show of gratitude, and just also a show of humility, of just us understanding that, you know, we're from the South, but we understand the roots of this shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, we done our homework. We do our homework. You know what I mean?
Got something to say.
100%. So
shout out to 3 Stacks.
So all right. So there's this large group of you guys who are together. Everybody's making music. What was the mindset as far as like how we're gonna get this music out? Because y'all was just making it.
Just gonna take it to the trunk of the car.
So y'all went the independent route and just started.
We were going. I mean, yes and yes.
Right.
You know, we was like, we was gonna go to disc maker. We talked about this in the doc too. We was gonna go to disc makers, and he was gonna get a credit card. We was gonna print up CDs.
Yeah, at that time,
posters.
I think like to do 1,000 CDs, it was something like, I think it might have been like $3,000 or something, $3-4
like
grand.
that. You get posters with it. You know,
Yeah,
all that shit they was giving you, and we was like, man, we just put them in this car and go around the city.
Because we was fresh out of college, and that was when, like, you know, remember, that was like when they used to have, I think they stopped that shit now because it was fucking totally illegal and predatory. But when you would have the credit card companies on the yard.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's how I got my first credit card.
Yeah, that's how I got mine too. And fuck that shit all the way up. But that was that. So I was like, shit, nigga, I just go to the yard and get a goddamn Discover card. But, you know, that was the initial thought.
So that was the thought. And Cat DJ Brainchild, he had a site, and we sent him some records to like, yo, check this out. Tell us what you think. You know, we see you on the boards or OK Player boards. We value your opinion, what you saying on.
What is the OK Player boards for people that don't know?
Black Twitter, before Black Twitter.
Legit.
Right.
Black OK Player was ground zero. I mean, everybody from Little Brother to Deezus of Deezus and Mero. Like, Deezus was an OK Player. You know what I mean? I remember reading posts from Deezus in like 2000, 2001, and just the stuff he would talk about, you could just see it. Then I'm like, yo, I don't know where you're gonna go. I don't know where your journey's gonna lead, but it's more for you. You got something.
This is the beginning.
This is the beginning. Like, dude, he was a fucking genius, man. Just hilarious as hell. But that was what OK Player was. It was pretty much just kind of this haven where, nerds would just fucking gather
like a
and talk
blog.
about music.
website.
It wasn't a blog. It was like a website, a forum, like a message board. So kind of like how SOHH used to have message boards. All hip hop
Pop had it, QM5. There was a ton of
already. Spit Kicker. You know what I mean?
It
was social media before social media.
It predated social media.
and it was for non-commercial. A lot of underground artists would be there. So like-minded fans of people who were into the Roots, Tribe Called Quest, that whole sound, that whole aesthetic.
But you can't upload music on it. You couldn't upload music.
You could upload music, but it was kind of a thing because again, this is before.
This was still don't bootleg my shit there.
Yeah. So the game had shifted.
Yeah, this was still I come find you and break your legs and shit. we were in that time, so like we didn't intend to put it up. Like we sent it to DJ Brainchild to check it out. To get an unbiased opinion, when you make a music with your peoples, everybody, oh nigga, that shit fresh, that shit dope.
Like, nah, I need some other ears on this.
I need somebody who don't know me to tell me what they think. He uploaded it to his website, is how it ended up getting on OK Player. We came on New York, he's about to kill that dude, man. Like I
bootlegged all shit.
was mad, like, man, what the fuck you do that? But that
New York
ended up,
niggas was known for that. What?
but it ended up changing our life.
He was
though.
trying to help.
Yeah.
He was trying to shout out
and he
DJ
did.
Brainchild. He did. Shout out him
So-
and up on Slop Funk Dust. He put it up on his joint. But that was how it started. We just was sending our people, and they spread it. They spread the word, and we ended up getting a call from ABB Records, who at the time they were an independent label based out of Oakland. They had some success with Dilated Peoples, but they mainly did 12 inches. And we had our album damn near done. The listening was damn near done when they reached out, and we was just like, look, man, we got a record, let's go. And so we ended up signing that deal with them, and that was the first record deal we signed. And looking
How
back,
bad was that contract?
That was the first. That was the first music business
Talk about
lesson.
that. Talk about that business side of it. How
Yo,
bad was
I'm gonna
that
be real.
contract?
Listen, man. Here's the thing, right? It's not a contract is a contract, but it's just about are you gonna honor it?
Whatever
right?
the terms are.
Whatever the terms are. If I sign it, if we have a deal that says, hey, for every record you sell, you get $1. If I sell 2,000 records and you send me a check for $2,000, I have nothing to say. Because you honored the terms of that deal. In particular with ABB, I mean, our deal was, it was standard. And anytime you hear the word standard,
albums.
yeah, well, it was that's what they came with
started
first.
at 7.
Right.
It started at 7. It was like, hell no. Nah. But the thing was, again, like they just, I'm what, 22, 3?
22.
Yeah, something like that. We in our 20s. So at that time, we were just putting out music. We were just recording day in, day out, boom. So even seeing 7 albums, it's like, shit, nigga, we got 3 albums on the hard drive right now. Like, you know what I mean? But you don't think how they get you is you don't understand is like, it's not the number of albums, it's the number of years. Like that 7 album deal
Could take you fucking 15, 16, 20
forever.
years.
You might not never get out of that shit.
Perpetuity to the universe.
Well, no, 'cause
Listen,
they
beyond.
They have,
And beyond. That was a Buzz Lightyear shit.
no, they have timestamps on how long you can't before you can put the
Before
next
you can
one
put the
out.
new one
Yeah,
out.
There's a time difference on that.
So it's 7, but we ended up getting
With
it
3.
amended everything. We ended up going for 3. So it was like a 3 album deal, including the listening, which was the one we came with. So we was like, all right, we can do that. That seems reasonable. But yeah, that first deal, yeah. I mean, the deal itself was whatever. But even had it been honored, we wouldn't have had a problem. But more so than the deal itself, it was the fact that the label, they didn't honor it. They didn't account to us. They didn't pay us. Like it was nothing.
Did you have a lawyer look over it?
We did in the
Y'all did
beginning.
it for yourself.
But this is the thing. This is what I'm about to get into. This is the thing. This thing about contracts, right?
Hey, man, talk at me, son.
Because I done dealt with them for over 20 years now. You have to, as the artist or whoever is the person that's about to do the deal, whatever deal it is, you have to understand what it is you want, and you have to understand what it is that you're entering into before you can understand what you trying to negotiate for. Because if you have no understanding of any of that, then a lot of shit look good to you that's not actually good. Right. So for us, we had a lawyer look over it, but we didn't understand what we wanted. We didn't understand what signing the deal we signed meant fully. And that was the problem. It's like, if we understood then, okay, this means if you do this, this means this. These are what can happen later because of this deal. All those things we didn't understand.
Man. And we were 22. So
22.
I tell artists all the time, man, like there's no greater hell than being contractually bound before you know who you are. Like, dog, you know what I mean? Like there's nothing that can prepare you for, you know, just even the point of when we got that deal, you know, we had lawyers looking at it, but there's another thing I, tell young artists just because, we don't want them to make some of the same mistakes that we made. You know what I mean? We just try to give them some game.
Sometimes the lawyers be working with on the label.
100%. I mean,
this wasn't the case.
That wasn't the case for us. But yeah, and even with your lawyer, it's like, listen, it doesn't matter who your lawyer is. I've spoken about this before, but like, dude, it doesn't matter how great your lawyer is. It doesn't matter if you don't have leverage, right? So, and what that means is like, listen, if I'm your lawyer and I'm representing you in the deal, you know what I'm saying, and you bring the deal to me, I look at it and I'm just like, yo, bro, this shit look a little janky. I mean, you got a $40,000 advance, but like this shit that they taking from you, homie, I don't really think. If you're in a desperate position, right? If you like, look, nigga, my baby mama on my back, I can't afford. All you see is 40 grand. That's it. So if at that point, if you're the artist, if you're willing to take that deal as your lawyer, nigga, ain't shit else I can do.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so that's how a lot of times get caught up. And I think that's why so many of the artists in the game, they purposely sign you while you're young because you don't have that leverage to go against. Like, they don't want old niggas in the game because we know better.
Right.
You know?
That's why he's here.
They like, nah, like we ain't going for that shit. You know, the grades that you earned. So yeah, man. So at the time, we looked at the deal. We was like, all right, and we signed it.
Like, fuck it, they putting our record out. Like, and then after we was like, God damn.
Bust down rolling for the hell of it. It's my time to shine, spotlights is my element. Fuck a plain Jane, don't insult my intelligence. I don't plan on selling it, so I don't see the relevance. You niggas having pawn shop nightmares. I'm light years ahead of niggas, even on a light year. Don Perignon stain the laces of my night ears. Born poor, but I'ma die rich, nigga, life's fair.